But let's talk about what's going on underneath the bonnet. Unlike the 4-cylinder AMG C63 hybrid, the next BMW M3 isn't downsizing. The iconic 3-litre straight-six is getting a new lease of life, partly thanks to a U-turn from the European Commission. The EU was planning to introduce strict Euro 7 emissions rules in 2025, which had the potential to make large petrol engines extinct. Mercedes CEO Markus Schäfer said his brand would have to reduce the number of engine variants by about 50%, otherwise it might not meet the new targets. And BMW CEO Oliver Zipse said the proposed start date was entirely unfeasible and that some of the testing scenarios were totally unrealistic. Luckily for Oliver and BMW, the EU backed down. It rolled back the emissions rules so they're basically the same as today's Euro 6 regulations, and it also pushed the start date back to 2026. So what does this mean? Well, it's too late for Mercedes to put a V8 in the AMG C63. However, BMW is already working to make the current M3's 3-litre straight-six, called the S58, compatible with the updated emissions targets. One of these modifications will be a hybrid system. But don't worry, I'm not talking about the heavy plug-in hybrid system for the M5. Dirk Acker, who's the head of development at BMW's M division, confirmed that the next M3 will use a 48-volt mild hybrid system, just like the facelifted M340i. This features a compact electric motor with around 11 horsepower to boost the engine at low revs, improve fuel economy, and therefore reduce emissions. It doesn't give you a huge power boost like the M5's 200 horsepower motor, but it's simpler, and it's cheaper, and it's a whole lot lighter. So how much power will the new straight-six M3 actually have? Well, the basic G80 has 480 horsepower as standard, which is about 50 horsepower more than its predecessor, the F80. However, competition versions, which are the entry-level models in the United Kingdom, come with 530 horsepower. Special edition cars such as the M3 CS and M4 CSL have 550 horsepower, and the ultra-limited edition 3-litre CSL had 560 horsepower. So BMW could easily boost the S58 engine to produce somewhere between 550 and 600 horsepower for the next generation M3. I know that BMW could crank the power up even further because I've raced numerous tuned M3s and M4s with way over 700 horsepower, but this wouldn't be necessary.